diagnose my friend's KTM 50 Junior Adventure dirt bike. I'm going to perform a few basic tests to see what the deal is with this bike. Since he got it, he has never seen the engine run. He bought it off Marketplace for a good deal. Typically, this is a pretty expensive dirt bike for kids, and he got a heck of a deal for it, but he wants to try to get it running so his son can ride, and we're going to try to figure it out. Alright, so I got a bucket. I'm going to drain the gas out. Alright. Get the gas out of the tank. Set that aside. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this off too so I can have a little bit more room. A little bit of water. Oh, look at that. There's a bolt inside of there. You can hear water in there. Huh. I wonder if this is where we can drain that water out. In this thing, so I might drill like a little drain hole here and here, try to get that water out. I'm going to do 3 basic tests to this engine. First, I want to see if I have spark. And if I have spark, then I want to see if I have compression. And to do compression, I have this gauge. It comes with a bunch of different attachments, and I'm able to thread it into where the spark plug hole goes. And what you do is you can either take the carburetor off completely, which I'll probably do, because I'm going to clean that anyway if these other 2 tests check out. And you're supposed to hold it full throttle or take your carburetor the whole way off, and then you're supposed to kick it over. So you just kick it over a bunch of times, and you wait till your gauge on, or your needle on your gauge goes up and holds. And for this bike, we're looking for, I believe, over 100. See if we can test for some spark here. All right, so we're gonna touch it to case in here. Woo! It shocked me. We got spark, so that's good. Since we got spark, we know that the stator's good. We know the ignition coil's good. We know that the stop switch isn't in the wrong state. So that's definitely a good sign. So next thing we're going to check is compression. Get a little gauge. The quick connect. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this carburetor off. Yeah, that carburetor I think is full of water. That's okay. We'll get it all cleaned out. Okay. So now we're basically at, like at wide open throttle because we have the carburetor removed. So now I'm going to let you watch the gauge while I crank it over, and the needle should go up. Well, I got between 105 and 110 psi, which is good. I think that's good. So then this gauge has a nice little button here where you can release the pressure. You can disconnect your gauge here. All right. All right, so we got spark, we got compression. I think it's going to come down to a fuel issue. Carburetor, water, carburetor. That's what it's looking like, huh? All right, so we have spark and we have compression. So the only thing that's left is the carburetor, your air and your gas. So I have a feeling a lot of water got into here. We're gonna have to clean out the carburetor. Maybe we can salvage it and see where all that water got into. But the air intake, which was like basically part of the seat assembly, had a bunch of water in it. All that went down into the carburetor. So I think after we clean this water out and we put some fresh gas in it, I think it's gonna fire up. We'll see. So one thing I'm seeing right off the gate, looking at this carburetor, that's your slide up in there, and you can see when I give it throttle, it pulls it up a little bit. But that cylinder is supposed to be like down more. It's supposed to be closing off this orifice here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this slide out and just kind of look at some stuff here. So you got a spring, the cable goes down and it grabs, it has like a little ball on the end of it, which goes in this slot here into here. But look at all that water coming out of the carburetor. Yeah, it doesn't smell like gas. It's definitely water. So I'm going to disassemble this carburetor, take it all apart, and clean it out real good. Alright, so the bowl doesn't look too awful bad. I feel like there's a possibility this thing might work. Oh yeah, that jet is clogged slap up. It's got these little holes here that you should be able to hold up and see some light through it. You should be able to look through there and see it as well. But you can barely see just a little daylight when you look through. Just a little bit. Oh. There's your other jet. It's pretty gunked up too. So I got these little jets nice and clean now. You can see air through, or you can see daylight through them now. And there we go. Oh, that must not have been the drain plug. Either that or it's bone dry, which is not good. That might be the drain plug. All right, so this is the oil drain plug, and it did not have anything in it. I see somebody's welded this here to maybe stop an oil leak at some point in the past, but I put some oil in it, and it is leaking pretty good. It looks like it's coming through here though, between the gap. So I'm going to take this cover off and see if I can figure out how to stop that oil leak. A lot of buildup inside the casing, so I'm just getting all that off, trying to get this nice and clean. But yeah, I mean it's all just caked in the bottom of there pretty good. I've gotten a lot of it out already. Somebody attempted to weld this thing up, and I didn't see it leaking from here. I think it was leaking because of this gasket. This gasket is just real brittle and uneven. Alright. Alright, so now I'm going to put some oil in it. I've given it a few days for that RTV to harden up. idle up a little bit more.